STEPHON CADDELL Comedian. What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, just chilling. You know, hey, same old crap, different day. But long as that toilet Lysol'd up, then I'll go ahead and use it. If that toilet ain't Lysol'd up, I'm not using it.
Yeah, that's STEPHON the Comedian. Definitely, very funny guy. You seem to do some work during this COVID-19 situation. How did you manage that, man? To keep working.
You know what? I just continued on doing videos on my YouTube page. Of course, you can go to Stephon-C-TV and
Right.
just
Right.
check them on out, things like that. And then, of course, a couple of people that have been throwing shows, but it haven't been comedy clubs or nothing. But maybe,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's just maybe a couple of bars, but they've been like outside.
Oh, outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's using the patio, the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and moving everything outside, So,
Okay.
Long as it's not raining, then, I don't want to be around when things start, blowing up and electrocuting and people being used as science projects and all that. No, I ain't trying to,
Right. Yeah, you ain't trying to get electrocuted while you're doing comedy.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, what about the crowd? Pretty big crowd out there, or what?
I mean, the crowd is decent. It's a decent crowd. I mean, you still got some people that still be in the house, watching, things online, and then you got still some people, hey, they just tired of being in the house and they come out. But when they do come out, of course, you got to put on the mask and do the social distancing and everything else. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Slight thing I loved about this epidemic, I've been loving the social distancing. I've been loving that. I don't
What you love about social distancing that much, man?
It's like this. Now, I'm gonna start off by saying I like being around good people.
Right.
But I know from personal experience, there's too many weirdos out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I happen to be somewhere out in public in a line, and if it's somebody behind me, especially if somebody's some old weird gun, and if they happen to be so doggone close to me that I can turn around and punch them in their doggone face, guess what? You was too doggone close.
Yeah.
You just need to go ahead and practice social distancing. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. You heard about the comedy stores getting ready to open back up? I heard about that. The comedy store in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, they had something like that on the news. They're gonna, I guess, I don't know. They're gonna gradually start letting people in up there. To get some stuff back popping up there in Hollywood.
Okay. That's great news.
Yeah,
Man, I miss that place too.
Maybe
man.
clean up the crowd a little bit,
Yeah.
Right.
We let a certain amount of people in, sitting in certain seats, like
Exactly.
tic-tac-toe.
Right. Exactly. Do you find yourself working with any, well, put it this way, your wish list of other comedians you want to work with, when we come out of this pandemic stuff?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Who you got on your fave list?
Man, that's a good question, because it's definitely a number of them out there, man, that I definitely wouldn't mind working with. Scruncho, that's one.
Yep, Scruncho, my dog. Yep.
Yes.
Who else?
Black Rosebud.
Okay.
Mr. Doc Scott.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't mind doing something with like DL or maybe what's the one guy named Curtis Arsenal.
Yeah. DL, he been giving Ice Cube a hard time. DL, leave Ice Cube alone. But yeah, he been giving Ice Cube a hard time about the contract with Black America, which I am for. I know you'd heard about the contract with Black America. What do you feel about it?
You know what, man? You know what it's like with Cube? Think about it, man. The man, I like Cube. I always been a big fan of Cube, man.
Right. Yeah, he's always been solid. Yeah,
and I mean, even towards, industry, whoever, he always stood 10 toes down. Period.
Right.
So when it comes down to it, if he just looking at from what it looks like, he just like, okay, it don't matter who in office. What about us?
Right.
What's the deal for us?
Yeah, Cube is about us, and
Right.
definitely, yeah. I've been riding with him from day one when he started,
too.
like about months ago. So yeah, strong support of Ice Cube, and hope everything goes successful with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
think, as a comedian, you think DL Hughley should have made the statements like, "Oh, telling Ice Cube to stick to rapping"?
Oh man. Oh man.
And Ice Cube sent the big "F you" emoji, the middle finger emoji at DL.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
sometimes
Man,
I think he should have just stayed in his place. You know what I mean?
it's like this. I wouldn't have said that much about it. I mean, now whatever how a person feel, that's how a person feel. But if I would have felt that way, I wouldn't have said nothing about it. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if you know that the man been standing 10 toes down for a long time. I've been following Q ever since he first came out.
Yeah. Ice Cube been solid back since X-Clan and Public Enemy. He's a big Public Enemy fan. Me, him, Tupac, that I know of, we've been solid, strong Public Enemy fans. So Ice Cube been about his people for a long time. And that's why a lot of people, they caught on kind of late and got the back end, because when Trump tried to use it as his platform, everybody like, wow, they thought Q was a supporter of Trump. But he wasn't. You know what I mean? Nah. He wasn't a supporter of Trump at all. Q could care less about Trump or Biden. He just want to make sure we get what we want, and as a people,
Exactly.
Trying to make sure we get what we want. Indeed.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Right.
Get what we want.
Right.
What we definitely deserve.
Right.
Instead of all this "we shall overcome" singing and all this other mess. And I mean, it's just this same circle, roll around.
Right.
March and ride. I'm like, when people gonna break that same? When somebody or a group of people gonna break that same circle cycle?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Okay, so the comedy thing, you think it's gonna be back to full capacity soon, or we just gonna gradually let people in like they're talking about now into comedy clubs?
You know what I think it's gonna probably be, gradually. I think it's gonna go in more gradually.
Right.
Because hey, you got to take baby steps with it. Because I remember with the couple of shows that I did, I was, they was, as far as these places I went to, these couple of places I went to, they had them going for a little minute, but then I was making sure that, wait a minute, I ain't finna go to them too soon. I'm finna make sure. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's a whole lot more behind this pandemic than this pandemic, epidemic, scaredemic, planademic, and all the demics above that's been going on. I know it's a whole lot more to what they really telling people, what they telling folks. But I'm at the same time, I'm just making sure everything's safe before I go there.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Especially when it's no comedy stores, no Laugh Factory. It's none of the major venues that are open. It's just everybody pretty much doing some stuff independently.
Right. Yeah. In which, independent is always the best way to go. I'd rather deal with, a lot of more, independent, bookers, directors, things like people like that are definitely, for us the ones that are definitely straight up and, do a good job and everything else without all this jankiness going on. I'd rather deal with them before I deal with somebody that's commercialized and wants you to be quote unquote whitewashed and all this other mess, man. Yeah, I'd rather deal with that than shoot, I'd rather deal with Spike Lee before I do, or Master P or somebody, or Rough Riders, before I deal with somebody that's commercialized,
So I heard Hollywood itself is not coming back, but as far as regular entertainment like comedy, music and stuff like that, you think it's gonna come back out on the upside, or it's still gonna be staying down for a while?
Man, you know what? Ooh, that's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. if it do come back on the uprise, it's gonna be one of those slowly but surely trips, and it ain't gonna be the same people that was running it at first.
Right.
You know,
New opportunity, I think. You know, new opportunity for new artists, new talent to explode. It's gonna be like a new page.
right. I say a new page, but without all the minus all the all the funny stuff that be going on. You know?
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Minus all that funny stuff that what else all that mess that be going on.
Yeah. The big old pedophile bust they had and all that stuff.
All the pedophiles, and all that mess.
Right.
Yeah, take down that pedophile ring. Take them down. I don't care. Just
All right, cool. So where everybody got to go to check out Stephon, you know what I'm saying, your updates, your new shows, or your upcoming shows, or what you're doing, what you're trending, where they got to go to?
Okay, you can go on of course, you can Facebook me, artist, comedian, poet Stephon, or Stephon Caddell, whichever other one. My YouTube page, of course, Stephon-C-TV. My Reverb Nation page, in which is Stephon C, artist, comedian, poet. SoundCloud, in which is comedian, poet Stephon. And of course, you can also, Twitter as well. Instagram Night Train _107, as well as Twitter Night Train 107.
Right. Yeah, got a lot of Connecto Perfecto. Yeah, appreciate you, Stephon. Thank you for the interview, my man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. All
indeed.
right.
All right.